Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga kaibigan. Today is December 16, 2021. Ikaw ba'y handa nang umuwi sa Pilipinas at ang bansa kung saan ka manggagaling ay kasama ba sa green list countries? At kung gayon, ano bang arrival protocol? Yan po ang ating alamin sa video ito. Gandang araw sa inyong lahat mga kabayan at kaibigan. Malapit ka na bang umuwi sa Pilipinas at that is before December 25 or bago mag-December 31 at excited ka na? Napasama ba ang bansa kung saan ka naroroon sa green list countries? Kung gayon, alam ko, batid ko, ikaw ay masaya at nagagalak. Sino bang hindi? Meron po tayong 41 pong green list countries na nakasama po dito sa Pilipinas. Just yesterday po, in-announce yan sa meeting with the acting spokesman Carlo Nograles. Ano ba ang protocol for December 16 to 31, 2021 para sa new country classification para po sa Pilipinas. So yan po ang isi-share ko sa araw na ito. At malalaman din po ninyo kung ang bansa po ninyo ay kabilang sa green list country. At kung narinig nyo na ang inyong bansa ay kasama sa green list countries, ano naman po ang mga protocol na kailangan nyong sundin. Ngayon po ibibigay ko sa inyo ang full details na kailangan nyong malaman. So stick around po and watch this video so that you'll know what you need to do. Po sa ating listahan, alamin po muna natin who are allowed to travel to the Philippines. So this resource came from the Bureau of Immigration. So let me just share to you about this. So as per our Bureau of Immigration, who are allowed to travel in the Philippines. So if you're a Filipino citizen, you are definitely allowed to travel back to the Philippines. Kailangan mo lang ang iyong Philippine passport, ID certificate as proof of recognition as a Filipino citizen, and at the same time, Citizenship Retention and Reacquisition Act of 2003 certificate under RA 9225. Ito po yung sa mga dual citizen po natin. So again, Filipino citizens, of course, you are welcome to go back to the Philippines. Pangalawa naman po, tingnan natin. Mga balikbayan, ang pangalawa naman po na maaaring pumasok po sa Pilipinas under RA 6788. Only nationals from non-visa required countries under EO 408, former Filipino or traveling with Filipino or former Filipino spouse or parents. So maaari po kayong bumalik sa Pilipinas. Now, kasama rin po dito sa balikbayan, kung sakasakali po meron po kayong foreign spouse, maaari ba sila mag-travel with you? Yes, they can. All they simply have to do is ganito po. Kung kayo po ay kasama nila magta-travel pabalik dito sa Pilipinas, marriage certificate lamang po ang kailangan ninyong i-present as proof that you are related. At ikaw bilang balikbayan, magdala po kayo ng previous Filipino passport po ninyo. Ganon din po or yung PSA proof, yung PSA na birth certificate po ninyo. And that will be enough po at kayo po ay kumaga po makiklear sa immigration. Yan. So again, meron po kasi mga bansa under this. So please make sure that you are one of those countries at hindi nangangailangan ng visa. Yan. And I'll create a separate video po wherein we will discuss all those, kumaga, ano ba yung mga bansang iyon. I have an old video about that, but I would want to create another one for all of you. Ang pangatlo naman po natin who are allowed to enter or travel to the Philippines are foreign nationals with valid and existing visas. Ito po yung mga long-term visas. So halimbawa po, 9A visa holders are required an entry exemption document or EED from the country's foreign post abroad. So in case po na meron po kayo nito, maaari pong gamitin. Yun nga lang po ang sinasabi dito. You also have to have an entry exemption document, EED. So coordinate na lang po kayo sa Philippine Embassy natin dyan sa country where you are from so that at least you can get this document. Yan. Yan po yung ating 3 classifications of people who can actually enter the Philippines. Maaring may nagtatanong na po sa inyo, ano na po nangyari doon sa kumbaga na-approve na pagpasok ng mga turista from green countries just before the Omicron virus actually emerged. So at this point in time, wala pa pong update regarding that. It's still on hold, mga kabayan at kaibigan. So kahit ako nag-iintay because I do have friends and I do have, kumbaga po, loved one who is actually also a tourist. So kailangan po talaga na ma-approve, looking forward po na eventually po na ma-approve po ito. And at the same time ay makapasok na po sila. So let's wait po by January, hoping we have better news kasi kababalik pa lang po ng green list countries. And yung sa tourist siguro po, let us see how we will be doing when it comes to ensuring na wala pong Omicron virus or wala pong sudden surge na pataas ng number ng Omicron virus here in our country. So far po, dalawa pa lang po as of yesterday, then po December 15, they confirmed the first 2 cases po of Omicron virus here in the Philippines, detected from someone who came from Japan and another one who came from Nigeria. So at this point in time po naman naka-quarantine po pareho yung dalawa. So yung una po from Japan, siya po ay symptomatic initially but now he's asymptomatic. Yung sa Nigeria naman po from the very start asymptomatic. Both of them are in the quarantine facility at kumaga inasikaso po sila ng BOQ at DOH. So looking forward po na wala na pong sudden surge so that yung tanong niyo po kung ang mga turista ay makakapasok sa Pilipinas, malalaman po natin yan in the coming days, lalo na po pagdating ng January. So sa mga subscribers ko at mga viewers na nagtatanong, naku Jamey, I have my loved one, my fiancé, my boyfriend, hindi kami makapagkita kasi hindi ko alam kung allowed na ba ang tourists o foreigners here in the Philippines. I'm really sorry to be the bearer of the not so good news, everyone. At this point in time, there's no update yet regarding foreign tourists being allowed in the Philippines. Again, it's just temporarily put on hold. Let us just wait and see in the coming days po. Yan. So let us just take a look more about what do we have in store for the green countries. Now, aside from this, everyone, so if you're allowed to travel to the Philippines, please take this into consideration. Now, must not come from or have been to the red list countries, jurisdiction territories within the last 14 days, except Filipinos who are part of the government or non-government repatriation efforts or bayanihan flights, and must present corresponding quarantine and health requirements following green, yellow, and red list, except diplomats coming from the covered countries, and then subject to usual immigration arrival subject to usual immigration and arrival formalities and presentation of required supporting documents. Again, except for foreign spouses, parents, and or children of Filipino citizens not traveling together with a Filipino who shall present a visa with notation EED not required per IATF Resolution number 128 S2 2021. Now, let us just take a look. Ano po ba ang updated list natin for the green country list or green list countries from December 16, 31 to 31, 2021. So, in-announce po kahapon ni Acting Presidential Spokesperson Carlo Nograles based from their meeting with the IATF kung ano-ano ang mga bansang ito. Meron po tayong 41 countries. Ito po. Sabi po nila, the temporary suspension of testing and quarantine protocols for countries, jurisdictions, and territories classified as green list country is lifted. For this purpose, the testing and quarantine protocols of international arriving passengers coming from the green list countries shall comply with the latest testing and quarantine protocols approved by the IATF. So, nilift na po. Kasi po, di ba, tinanggal nila na wala ng green list po, temporarily suspended simply because nagkaroon po ng Omicron variant just like few weeks ago. So now, Let's take a look at the new quarantine and testing protocols. Sabi po dito, take note, ayun po, bago tayo magpatuloy, sabi nila, countries initially classified under the green list based on case and test metrics, but kung sakasakali po magkakaroon ng local transmission within that country, okay, na kumbaga meron silang tinitingnan na metrics po eh. So, kapag nagkaroon ng local transmission of Omicron, then that green country could possibly be reclassified as yellow list country. So, this is according to IATF number 154-C. So, looking forward, let us pray po, makauwi na po kayo here in the Philippines as green country at wag naman po sana magkaroon ng mataas na Omicron variant or virus na cases dyan sa inyo para nang hindi kayo ma-transfer sa yellow list. Kasi kumbaga po, again, that will be a longer protocol for you. But then again, so let's see, let's pray po na you will remain as green country hanggang December 31. Now, who are these countries? So let's take a look. So we have 41. Now, so who are these countries? So let us just take a look at the countries that we have. From December 16 to 31, we have Bangladesh, Benin, Bhutan, British Virgin Islands, Chad, China, Comoros, Ivory Coast, Democratic Republic of Congo, Djibouti, Equatorial Guinea, Falkland Islands, Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, Kenya, Kosovo, Kuwait, Kyrgyzstan, Liberia, Montserrat, Morocco, Oman, Pakistan, Paraguay, Rwanda, Sabah, without H po yan and then St. Bartholomew, St. Pierre and Miquelon, Senegal, Sierra Leone, St. Eustatius, Sudan, Taiwan, Timor-Leste, Togo, Uganda, and of course, my second home, and that is United Arab Emirates, UAE. So ito po ang ating mga green list countries na 41 in total. Again, looking forward, wala pong magkaroon ng any cases of Omicron or else automatically po, this green list countries may turn into yellow countries. So let us just take a look at the protocols po. Kasama ka ba dito sa bansang ito? Excited ka nang umuwi? And I believe at gusto mong malaman ano ba yung mga protocols na. Now, for our green list countries, let us just take a look from December 16 to 31, 2021. Kung ang vaccination status mo ay fully vaccinated, before your flight, you have to present a negative RT-PCR test taken within 72 hours before your flight from the country of origin. Again, the keyword po dyan is at least 72 hours within. Ayan. So, taken at least or within 72 hours before your flight. So, Ms. Jamey, pwede ko bang i-taken 48 hours before my flight? Pwede naman. Basta siguraduhin mong lalabas yung resulta bago ka pumunta sa airport. Kasi po, again, napaka-importante po nito lalo na kung may connecting flight po kayo na nagre-require din po ng swab test. So timingan nyo na isang swab testing na lang, hindi kayo madoble. Katulad po ng ibang subscribers po natin na nag-message, Miss Jamey, na doble ang aking swab testing kasi nga 72 hours siya nagpa-take pero then 48 hours naman doon sa kanyang kumbaga transit country na nire-require. So, yun po, kailangan lang po, just make sure, tingnan nyo po muna bago kayo magpa-swab test, meron bang requirement, yung inyong country of transit, ilang hours yon. Ngayon, kung 48 hours lang yon, ang sa Philippines naman po kasi is within, kumbaga within 72 hours before your flight, so it means pwede rin naman po na at least 48 hours as long as kumbaga, bago po kayo pumunta sa airport, the only thing na sinabi nilang 72 is sometimes po kasi 24 to 48 hours ang labas ng resulta. So, they're just giving an allowance po. Ayan. And then, pagdating niyo po sa Pilipinas, ang swab testing po ninyo will happen on the third day. So, ang ibig sabihin po, ang facility-based quarantine ninyong stay ay, it may be at least 4 days or depende po kung nahuli ang resulta, maaari pong maging hanggang 5th day. Pero sa mga non-OFWs and foreigners, you will be required to just simply present po. Okay? Pre-booking ng hotel ng 4 days lang po. And once you got your negative result, you can check out na po sa hotel. I'll give you the details later on what you need to do. All you simply have to do is once you're home, complete the home quarantine until 10 days. Again, everyone, it's only until 10 days. Clarification from my previous video. So hindi po 14 days, 10 days lang po. So you count from day 1 upon your arrival in the Philippines, and then kasama na po dyan yung inyong hotel quarantine, combination po yan ng home quarantine po ninyo. And then you're good to go out na po. Yan. And of course, if you are unvaccinated, not vaccinated, or your status cannot be verified, so bago po kayo umalis sa inyong airport of origin, you need to present again negative RT-PCR test taken within 72 hours before your flight. So again, same explanation within po. And then, pagdating mo po sa Pilipinas, ang swab test day mo ay ika-7 araw. So, ibig sabihin po, sa ika-8 araw, there's a possibility, pag na-release na po ang resulta, ay makauwi ka na sa iyong pamilya. Now, again, just like what I've said, 24 to 48 hours po ang possible release po nito. So, kailangan nyo po mag-present if you're non-OFW and foreigner ng at least 8 days pre-booking ng hotel. So, that is equivalent to 7 nights. At para naman po sa inyo, once you check out with negative results po kayo, you still have to complete your home quarantine with a total of 14 days. Ayan po. So, and after that, you can definitely go out with your family. So, with that, everyone, ito po yung summary ng ating bagong new testing and at the same time, quarantine protocols for green list countries. Now, let me share to you yung complete journey nyo po. Ano ba yung mga dokumento na kailangan ninyo? Some tips and reminders kapag kayo po ay umuwi. From your country of origin, until makarating po kayo dito sa Pilipinas. So, yan pong ating alamin in our next topic. At para naman po sa sino mang magta-travel with minors, simula pa po nung IATF Resolution 153, they announced that as in all international inbound travels, the testing and quarantine protocols po ng mga minors will follow or shall follow the testing and quarantine protocols ng parent at guardian with them, regardless of the minor's vaccination status. So that's quite great po. So at least it will follow the parents' vaccination status nga. Now, ito po yung pinaka-recent, the past resolution po. Notwithstanding, marami po nagtatanong sa inyo during that time, but some of you asked me, hindi pa po ito nasusulat, pero ngayon, for the past few weeks na rin po, nasabi na rin po ito. So, kung kayo ay paalis from your country of origin, so children 3 years old and below, regardless of the country of origin, shall be exempted or shall be exempt from the requirement of presenting a negative RT-PCR test before boarding the flight unless symptomatic. So, pasimplihin po natin to at paklaruhin po natin. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Kung sakasakaling may minor kayo traveling with you from the airport of origin, dun lang po siya ma-exempt from swab testing. Kasi di ba lahat kailangan is swab test. Yung dati kasi sabi nila all. So hindi sila nagbigay ng premises kung ilang taon ang pwede at hindi. Ngayon, they specified na po 3 years below. Yan po yung kanilang in-specify. Pero po, pagdating sa Pilipinas, iba naman yung premise doon ha. So pagdating sa Pilipinas, katulad ng nabanggit po doon sa upper paragraph na ang sabi po nila, ano man po yung testing and quarantine protocols ng magulang, susundin nung bata. So kasama na po sila doon. So masaswab test po even 3 years old below kapag dating na sa Pilipinas. So I hope that is clear so that at least hindi po kayo malito. Marami po kasi nagtatanong sa akin regarding that one. So with that, everyone, ingat kayo sa mga pamilya na magta-travel. I know it's not easy to travel with children, but then again, at least, magkakasama po kayo. Ingat po kayo. Okay, great. So now let us just take a look. Ano po ba yung mga different travel styles that you have to prepare for the green list country? So meron po tayong 5. So sa bawat steps po ito, let me make it easy for you. Let me guide you and give you tips for each one, everyone. So let us just take a look po. Meron po tayong number 1, pre-departure ninyo. Ano ba yung mga kailangan nyo i-prepare na dokumento? And at the same time, number 2, kapag kayo po from your port of origin, airport check-in, ano bang mga hahanapin sa inyo? Ano ba yung kailangan nyong gawin? Number 3, arrival in the Philippines. Kapag kayo po ay nasa Pinas na, ano ba ang kailangan nyong gawin? At ano bang pwede nyong ma-expect? So let me share that to you. Number 4, pagdating nyo sa hotel quarantine, ano ba yung mangyayari? Paano na kapag na-swab test na ako, Jamey, anong gagawin kong pagkatapos? Na-receive ko ng resulta ko, paano ako mag-check out? Mamaya po, i-share ka sa inyo. And last but not the least, pauwi na ako. Yes, finally! Pero, pwede ba akong sunduin ng kamag-anak ko? OFW ako, sa probinsya pa ako. Anong gagawin ko, Jamey? Meron bang provided na sasakyan ng OWA? So yan po ang aking mga sasagutin in a little while. So let's start first with number 1. So for our number 1, mga kabayan at kaibigan, pre-departure. Ano-ano ba ang kailangan nyong ihanda based doon sa sinabi pong new protocol ng IATF, and at the same time, what are the documentation required from you from the Philippines? Yan. Number 1 po, katulad ng nasabi po natin, pre-departure, kinakailangan nyo pong magpa-swab test. So sa pagsa-swab test po, again, please do it within 72 hours from your flight. So ibig sabihin po nito, example po, kung ang flight nyo, let us just say ay 20th of December. Halimbawa lang po yun. So kung 20th po yun, bilang lang po tayo ng 3 days. So 20th, ibig sabihin 19, pwede po kayo mag-19, 18, 17. So December 17, kung halimbawa po, yung flight niya is December 28 p.m. So ibig sabihin po, pwede na po kayo magpa-swab test December 17, 8 p.m. onwards. Huwag po mas maaga, lalampas po yan sa 72 hours. Dapat po 72 hours lang po, not beyond that. So yun po. So kailangan po December 17, around 8 p.m. onwards, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. pwede na po. Miss Jamey, pag sinabi bang within, pwede bang kinabukasan, hindi 17? Paano kung gusto ko magpa-swab test ng December 18? 8 a.m., 9 a.m., pwede ba? Pwede naman. Pwede yon. Kasi that's still within the 72 hours before your flight. Now, just make sure if you do this, siguraduhin nyo lang po with the laboratory provider ng swab test na makukuha nyo ang resulta prior your flight. Okay? Kailangan po yan. So, mas maganda may allowance kung 17 yan, di ba? So, 17, 18. So, tanong nyo kung pwede nyo na makuha ng 19 yung resulta as much as you can. Kung tanghali, makuha nyo na at least bago mag-20th, nasa sa inyo na po. So, yun po pinaka-importante doon. Kaya po binigyan ng 72 hours na allowance kasi usually, the turnaround time is 24 hours to 48 hours po. Pero merong ilang mabilis naman po. So, again, just check with them, okay? Ayan po. So, kailangan din po kung nakuha nyo na yung resulta, kunan nyo po yan ng picture para po dun sa ating 1/2 pass. Mamaya discuss ko po sa inyo. At kung makapag-photocopy po kayo niyan, that will be quite great then para just in case po maiwasan yung mawala, just in case titingnan na sa airport dito sa Pilipinas or kaya dyan sa inyong check-in, madali kayong makapagpakita ng photocopy. The next one, of course, ang 1/2 pass. Ang 1/2 pass po natin, again, this is the updated one. So meron na po tayong, again, it went back to 2 steps. So, yung step number 1, ito po, please take note. 3 days before your arrival in the Philippines. So again, 3 days before your arrival in the Philippines, hindi po 3 days before your flight. Lalo na kung kayo ay galing sa USA, sa UK, magkakaroon po ng difference yan kasi sometimes you have to travel with long layover more than 24 hours. So kailangan po 3 days before your arrival. Kung sakasakali naman you're from the Southeast Asia at malapit lang po kayo, wala namang challenge kasi magiging similar lang naman po or same yung arrival at departure, yung arrival date po ninyo. Yun na nga lang po sa malalayo, then that will make a big difference. So please take note, 3 days before your arrival. Ganon din po ang step number 2 po ninyo, yung EHDC, 24 hours before your flight nyo, kailangan po itong kompletuhin. I do have a complete tutorial for that po. So please go to my channel at makikita niyo po yung step-by-step process on how you can complete the One Health Pass. So sa mga hindi pa po familiar sa One Health Pass, ina-explain ko po in details dun sa video ko, ano po ba ito. So lahat po, everyone who's flying back to the Philippines, you need to complete this online registration form just to help po the government and the different, what we call po yung mga sangay ng gobyerno that needs our basic information so that they could actually give us a smoother transition po ng, kumbaga, when it comes to information from the port of origin, padating po sa Pilipinas and hanggang makabalik po tayo sa ating mga LGUs or local government unit. Now, ano po ba yung aim natin dito? We have to get this QR code na nakikita po ninyo. Ito po. So you have to get this QR code. Ito. Ayan po. So you have to get this QR code so that at least you can take a screenshot that you present nyo po yan sa airport. All the information that you actually have completed and what they needed will be in this QR code. Some reminders, everyone. So if you will be transiting through a yellow or red country, Jamey, paano yan? Green country. Ako pero ang transit ko, yellow country. Will that make me yellow country? No. So definitely no. If you're transiting only, your original country will still be your country, which is a green country. Now, ano pong ilalagay namin sa One Health Pass na port of exit? So port of exit or country of exit will be your original country where you actually came from at galing ka talaga doon. Hindi ang layover country. So once again, hindi ang layover country. Okay? So, detalye po, ibibigay ko dun sa video tutorial ko po sa One Health Pass. These are some of the reminders that you actually have to take note of. Other reminders. You need to upload the following. A vaccination certificate. Again, if you're already vaccinated, again, you can take a picture of that in JPEG format. Pwede po sa computer nakascan or kaya sa phone nyo while you're actually completing that. Kumbaga, gagawa pa ako ng isang tutorial po para sa mobile kasi ang ginamit ko po laptop eh. And then, RT-PCR test po, negative COVID-19 test results po, kailangan po yan. Katulad ng nasabi ko po kanina. So, kailangan din po i-upload sa One Health Pass yan. Screenshot po, ayan, One Health Pass QR code. Katulad po ng nasabi ko, itong, yan, baliktad ako. Itong nasa taas ko po, yan. You need a screenshot of this. Meron din po nagtatanong, pwede bang i-photocopy? Pwede, pero make sure na may screenshot ka kasi merong ibang kabayan, pinotocopy, hindi nag-screenshot nung kinuha lahat o nakuha lahat sa airport, yung copy niya naiwan siya sa wala. Although meron naman sa email naman copy, but again, dahil hindi ma-access agad yung internet, nagka-challenge po. So, para maiwasan, make sure na meron ka ng screenshot, meron ka pang photocopy. That will be quite great po. At hindi ka ma-stress sa airport. At ganun din po, make sure may photocopy ka ng vaccination certificate at ng RT-PCR test. Yan, very important po yan. So, ito lang po yung ilan sa mga reminders ko for One Health Pass. Marami pa po na reminders and tips po doon sa video ko. So, please do watch my One Health Pass video. So let us just take a look. Ano pa po ba pag pre-departure? Sa pre-departure naman po, if you are an OFW and you will be arriving in Clark International Airport or Subic Airport po, kailangan mong mag-complete ng redcross-lab.aicif form. So ano po ito? This will be used for your swab testing. So yan po ang kailangan nyong kompletuhin. Again, meron po akong video para dito. So kailangan nyo lang po, ang aim po natin is for you to actually get this QR code. Yan. So dalawang QR code po. Yan po yung dashlab.ai. And then, ito po yung video ko. Please watch this video tutorial so that you'll know the step-by-step process at mga tips na rin po regarding pag-complete ng dashlab.ai CIF form. Again, these are just for OFWs who will be arriving in Subic as well as Clark International Airport. There are actually several steps that you have to take into consideration at the airport of arrival ninyo, whatever airport yan sa Pilipinas. So let me summarize that travel steps for you. Meron po tayong 5. Una po ang deplaning. Next one is briefing. Next is immigration. Fourth is luggage claim. At ang huli po ay customs. Isa-isahin po natin. Unang-una po itong deplaning. Yan. So when we talk about deplaning, ang ibig sabihin po nito is again from sa airplane po, ano po ba yung mga dapat yung i-take into consideration? Check niyo po, ano ba yung ipapakomplete sa inyo ng flight attendant? Maari po pa-completing kayo ng mga ilang dokumento. Like for my situation po, they asked me to complete the customs declaration form. So please complete that at make sure na nakalagay po yan sa may pasaporte po ninyo. There were times also ang arrival card, but during the time when I had flown with Qatar Airways, they did not actually ask me to complete the arrival card. Nang hingi na lang po ako doon po sa ground staff when I actually was having a briefing. So please make sure that at least you will have that. But again, if binigyan kayo nila, just actually complete it. Yan. And then what else? The second one will be briefing. Yan. So what will happen with the briefing? Now, when you do the briefing, so after ka mag-deplane, as you go towards briefing, just a reminder, kung kayo po, you are wearing the face shield. So yung face shield natin, kinakailangan natin na, kumbaga, we have to, briefing area, you will come across the thermal body scanner. So they might ask you to remove po yung inyong face shield so that they can accurately measure your body temperature. And then after that, we now proceed to the briefing area. Now, what will happen in the briefing area? So you will see a ground staff. It could be a representative from BOQ where they will actually tell you where you have to sit. So ano ibig sabihin nito? Yung mga OFWs po, usually you will be pulled or kumbaga ipagsasama-sama kayo in one area. Non-OFW and foreigners, you will be ushered and asked to stay in another area. Now, for OFWs, you will be having a briefing from either the BOQ representative or the Coast Guard representative. So they will tell you what are the documents that you have to complete. Ang mga dokumento po na usually nyong hihingin po sa inyo ay 4 unless otherwise may dinagdag po sila. Unang-una po sasabihin nila One Health Pass. They will check bago mag-start po yung process po natin. Meron ba kayong One Health Pass? May QR code ba kayo? So aalamin po nila yan. Pangalawa, hahanapin po nila, were you able to complete the arrival card? So again, katulad ng sabi ko sa inyo, ako during that time, hindi nila ako binigyan sa eroplano. So humingi ako, ako talaga nagsabi, can I please have one? Because I don't have any. So nakumpleto ko po. Pangatlo, yung binigay nila sa akin sa eroplano, which is the customs declaration form. So yun po. And then lastly is affidavit of undertaking, which dun pa lang po talaga binigay sa ground ng airport. So yun po, just make sure that you have all those, and then once everyone is complete, they will now start the process. Ano po ba yung proseso? So yan po, i-share ko po sa inyo in the next topic po natin. Okay, so let us just take a look. Briefing. Now, let me just separate this into OFWs, non-OFWs, and balikbayan para clear po tayo. So, unang-una po, ang unang step po ninyo. So, briefing. After ng briefing, ang unang pupuntahan nyo po ay ang BOQ booth. So, hahanapin po nila dito ang inyong One health pass. So, i-present nyo lang po yung inyong QR code sa ating BOQ representative. At yung BOQ representative po natin, they will upload it in their system. And once they upload it, they actually will tell you you're good to go to the next step. At once you go to the next step, anong next step na yon? It could be, again, if you're land-based, you go to OWA. And if you are a seafarer, you go to Marina. So, ayan po. So, usually, magkatabi lang naman dalawang yan or, you know, either or po, nagtutulungan na po yan sila. If you are a land-based OFW, hahanapin po nila sa inyong itong mga following. Number 1, OHP, One Health Pass QR Code, passport po ninyo, affidavit of undertaking, at copy po ng work permit or contract po ninyo, at the same time ng working visa po ninyo. Yan, napaka-importante. And then they might also take a look at your RT-PCR test negative result that you got within 72 hours from your flight. Yan. And at the same time, vaccination card or certificate. And once everything is okay, you're cleared, then you can actually be given na yung hotel assignment. Again, you will be given a hotel assignment. Hindi po kayo pwedeng mamili. How I wish pwede. I tried but we cannot. Now, how about for those who are seafarers? Sa mga seafarers naman po natin, punta po kayo sa Marina representative. So, OHP QR code, hanapin po sa inyo. Seaman's book, hahanapin po sa inyo. Affidavit of undertaking. And at the same time, sasabihin po nila sa inyo, pakisulat on the upper right-hand corner ng affidavit of undertaking ninyo. At doon po sa taas ng inyong affidavit of undertaking, upper right hand po, sasabihin po nila na please paki-write down ang pangalan ng local manning agency po ninyo. Yan. So please make sure that you write it on top or on the upper right hand. Hanapin din po nila sa inyo ang copy ng RT-PCR test, negative result, at ganoon din po ang vaccination card or certificate po ninyo. And just like for the land-based OFWs, they will also provide for you yung hotel accommodation po ninyo. Kung saan ito. Again, we don't have any choice for this because they are actually assigning it to us. Yan. Actually, bago tayo dumating, naka-assign na yan. Kasi nakita ko po yung pangalan ko during that time. Nung dumating ako, hindi sila nag-assign dun pa lang. Kasi po, di ba, we completed the One Health Pass. Sa tingin ko po, from the time we submitted our information, they actually did our allocation prior to our arrival. So yan po for OFW. So I hope you know you have an idea already of what you need to expect once you arrive in the airport at bago kayo pumunta sa immigration. So yan po yung ating gagawin. Para naman po sa non-OFW po natin at mga balikbayan, ganun din po for foreigners. So you will actually have to go through after the briefing, BOQ. Diyan po tayo sa booth ng BOQ. They will just check your QR code, and once you're done, they will ask you to go to the Department of Tourism booth. Pag napunta na po kayo dyan, they will check all your documents, including yung inyong pre-booking hotel, and they will ask you, were you able to pay already for your swab test? So kung hindi pa po, they will assure you or they will show you where you can actually pay yung inyong RT-PCR test. Most of the time po, you can pay it in two ways po. One, you can pay it online upon getting the QR code. Second naman po, pwede naman sa airport kasi may mga options kayo doon. Yung isang kakilala ko po at yung kaibigan ko po who came from the United States, he actually paid it in the hotel. So again, you can just choose from any of those options and you tell the DOT representative. It could be PadLab or Detoxicare po. Ang PadLab po ay 2,500 yung singil po nila. Ang Detoxicare din po is 2,500. Wala na po at this point in time yung first aid. So yung dalawa na lang po. So you can just simply choose which one. Ang nabalitaan ko po medyo puno sa Detoxicare. But anyway, just take a look po which one will be best. Kapag kayo ay passenger, wala po kayong ibang choice kung hindi Detoxicare. Kasi yun po yung partner laboratory po nila. But if you will be traveling with other airlines po, you can have a choice between the two. So both po, bubaba na po yan eh. Last year, nasa 3,000 plus po yung single nila. Ngayon, 2,500 na lang po. So those are the steps that we have for all of you sa briefing area. Ang haba po, no? Pero once na natapos po kayo dito, ang next step na po natin ay, at syempre po, once you're done now with the briefing, the next step will be, ayan na po, immigration. So sa immigration, ang hanapin lang po nila sa inyo ay pasaporte po ninyo at ang One Health Pass. So please make sure that you're ready with this. That's why ang ganda po talaga kung may screenshot po kayo. At syempre, if you're a non-OFW, hahanapin po nila sa inyo ang inyong Filipino passport, yung dati nyo pong Filipino passport kung kayo ay kumbaga dual citizen na po or hindi na po kayo Filipino citizen but you're a balikbayan, or kung kayo po kasama ninyo ang inyong foreign spouse or foreign children. Again, for foreign spouse, it will be the marriage certificate. At para naman po sa ating mga foreign children ay ang birth certificate. Yeah, just to prove the relationship. And once we're done with the immigration, so it's about time for you to actually go to the, ayan na po, luggage claim na po tayo. So, ang maganda po dito, most of the time, kasi ang tagal po natin sa briefing area, it will take like an hour or so, depende sa dami ng tao. Pagdating po natin sa luggage area, most of the time na-arrange na po yan ang mga ating luggage in charge. So, kumbaga, hindi ka na kailangan pumila sa carousel, makipagsiksikan para kunin ang luggage mo, just like what we usually do. Ang nagustuhan ko po dyan, pagpunta ko po sa luggage area or sa carousel area, alam niyo po, yung nakaayos na po yung mga bags. Madali ko na-locate yung bag ko, magkatabi pa siya. So wow, sabi ko, wow, ang galing. Kasi usually I have to go through the different luggages bago ko po talaga siya makita. Pero during that time, nakaayos na lahat yung mga bags and then, ayun po, nakaano na siya. Madaling makita, madaling ilagay sa trolley. So mabilis na yung proseso actually after po. Matagal lang po talaga sa briefing area because of those processes. But after that, it will be very fast na po. And after po ng luggage claim natin, lakad lang po tayo dito. Yan. So pagkatapos dyan ay customs na po tayo. So sa customs, you simply have to give them your customs declaration form and we're good. We're done. So pupunta na po tayo kung ikaw ay, kung ikaw ay OFW, you have to simply go to the buses na provided for OFWs at ihahatid ka dun sa mga airport assigned in Manila. So again, kung naiyak ka, Manila area, kung clerk ka, somewhere in Pampanga, ganun din sa Subic, Lawag, Davao, at Cebu. So meron na po silang nakahanda na mga sasakyan papunta po doon sa mga areas or sa mga hotels where they actually assigned you. All you simply have to do, go there with their trolley at mga maleta po ninyo at tanong nyo lang saan po yung bus para sa hotel na ganito. And then they will simply usher you to go there. Now, going to the quarantine hotel, just like what I've said, for OFWs, ihahatid po kayo ng mga buses arranged by OWA. But how about us, Jamey? Non-OFWs at mga balikbayan, how can we get to the quarantine hotel? Meron din ba kaming buses? Wala pong buses na naka-arrange for the non-OFWs because you have to arrange yung transportation nyo yourself. So what do I mean? Maari po kayong mag-hire ng taxi from the airport. So you simply have to coordinate. Meron po tayo kasi once you go out po from the customs, dalawa po yung lane niya. Yung isa, OFW palabas. Meron po kayo na OFW, may booth po doon ang DOT or Department of Tourism at i-assist po nila kayo kung gusto niyo po kumuha ng taxi, then they could actually arrange that for you. So most of the time, yung arrangement ng taxi, sa tanongin nila saan kayo, and they will give you a rate for that. So, although, kung titingnan po natin, doon sa sinasabi nila, may metered taxi, may coupon taxi, pero so far sa mga nakausap ko po, na mga kabayan po natin, sabi nila, naka-arrange na po. Halimbawa, sa Manila, dito ako sa may Ermita, dito ako somewhere sa Pasay. So, meron na po silang specific rate na binibigay. Hindi na daw po pina-flag down yung metro. Mga non-OFW, balitaan niyo ako, kamusta? About you. So, metered ba yan or hindi? Kasi iba-iba yung mga experience ng OFWs natin. So, we could share to others who will just be coming home. Yan. else can you expect from the quarantine hotel? So just like what you've said earlier, so once you're in the quarantine hotel, kapag kayo po ay nag-check-in, so punta na lang po kayo sa reception, alam naman po nila yan, titingnan nilang passport, at kapag kayo po ay OFW, they will just give you a key for your assigned room. And then bibigyan din po kayo nila ng piece of paper for instructions on what you need to do, ano po yung mga protocols na kailangan yung gawin, so that at least alam nyo po, like for example, na-swab na kayo, dumating na yung resulta, andun po yung email address na kumbaga where you will actually send yung inyong swab test. Ganun din for OFWs, you will find the number of the OWA representative who you will be coordinating with. Seafarers, kahit po na tayo ay seafarer, yung OWA representative po, doon tayo makikipag-coordinate kasi wala nang separate OWA at marina representative once you are in the hotel. Yan. And then, ano pa ba? Numbers ng cafe, room service, just in case bawal po umorder sa labas. Pero most of the time, double check nyo po kasi small portion lang yung binibigay nila sa mga meals. So most of the time po, kailangan yung umorder extra kung gusto nyo mag-merienda at ginugutom pa kayo. So most of the time, meron naman po silang room service. In my situation po, sa Xenia Hotel ako, masarap naman po yung mga na-order ko sa room service. Yan. Gagawa ko ng another video. Meron na po akong ilang video if you want to watch po yung sample ng mga food na nakain ko po sa Xenia Hotel at gagawa po ako mas kumpleto, puro pagkain para at least nakita po nyo. Kasi alam po yan yung madalas na concern ninyo, may makakain ba, masarap ba, kasapat ba, kasi maraming mga chika, mga chismis na naririnig kayo sa ibang mga umuwi. So mas maganda makita po ninyo para at least you know for yourself ano ba yung mga kailangan i-prepare. Magdala na rin po kayo ng mga biscuit, ng mga noodles para po at least makatulong sa inyo, pantawid gutom, tipid ng konti kasi syempre medyo mahal po pag room service. But then again, ako po sometimes ang ginagawa ko, halimbawa umuorder po ako ng tanghalian, ng room service extra and then yung kalahati nung kakainin ko sa gabi para po tipid na, para may extra. Lalo na kung alam ko po yung isi-serve sa akin ay hindi sapat po para sa akin. Yan, mga discarding tipid natin, Pinoy. Now, what else? Once you get swabbed na po, so kapag ikaw ay fully vaccinated, you'll be swabbed on the 3rd day, makukuha mong resulta 4th day. At kung ikaw naman ay not fully vaccinated, 7th day po, ang inyong swab testing, makukuha ang resulta, possibility 8th day. Now kapag nakuha niyo po ito, OFWs, please email 2 people. 1, OWA house parent. Second, yung front office desk po ninyo, paki-email and once na-email nyo na, pwede na po kayo, bibigyan kayo ng instruction how and when to check out. Now, kapag check out po ninyo, please make sure na, of course, ayan, pag-usapan natin yan in a little while, pero non-OFWs muna. Non-OFWs, isa lang. Ang i-email nyo, ang front desk yan, and then just ask them what's the next step. They will tell you how to check out and when to check out din po. Now, ang tanong, pag naka-check out na kami, what's next, Jamey? Then, that will be the last one. Just a reminder for everyone. So again, when we say fully vaccinated, kailangan po it's after 14 days after the second dose for your vaccine. So kung sakasakali po yung vaccine nyo po, when was the last time, when was the last day that you've had your second shot? So yun po yung counting nila ng 14 days and that's not only time you will be considered fully vaccinated po. So same thing po kasi may dalawang klase tayong vaccine, right? Meron yung 2 kailangang shots, like for me, Pfizer, and some naman po yung Janssen, isang shot lang po, okay na. Pareho po yan at least 14 days after, kaya doon ka lang po makakonsider na fully vaccinated. Now, going home, pwede ba ako magpasundo, Jamey? Kapag sinabi nilang check out na ako, pwede ba ako magpasundo sa kamag-anak ko? Yes, you can. Whether you're an OFW, non-OFW, or foreigner, you definitely can. So pwede po kayo magpasundo. Sasabihin nyo na kung kayo ay OFW, please pakisabi naman sa OWA house parent nang sa gayon po ay hindi maghihintay sa bus para sa inyo. Kasi sa batch ko po, meron pong nagpasundo po, nagpasundo yata sa kamag-anak, pero hindi po sinabi sa OWA house parent, hindi din nasabi ng OWA house parent doon po sa bus driver namin, intay kami ng intay, hanggang meron na lang nakapagsabi, nakakilala yata, ay, nagpasundo na yata siya. So, Tsaka umalis yung bus namin. So it causes delay for us po. Or sa mga kapwa po ninyong OFW, kung sakasakaling hindi po nyo sasabihin. So please, in consideration of the other OFWs who will be waiting for you doon sa bus, magsabi po kayo sa OWA house parent po natin. And then for non-OFW, so okay naman po yung walang problema. Ang mahalaga naman po ay may negative RT-PCR result po kayo. At yun, kumbaga, you can actually go home to your family. At para naman po sa mga OFW, again, please coordinate with the OWA house parent. Kayo ba'y uuwi sa probinsya? I mean, farther from where kayo na hotel quarantine. So tanongin niyo sa kanila, ano po ba yung schedule? Pwede po ba kami mag-avail ng OWA? Hatid probinsya? Ano po yung mga requirements? So they will tell you the schedule. Like for example, sa amin po, I'm from, sa Clark ako, kumbaga yung airport ko, pero po sa Calabar zone ako. So marami din po ang uuwi po sa probinsya. So meron pong isang bus na pinrovide po sa amin. Now yung bus na yon, dalawa po ang dadaanan. Yung isa po, NAIA Terminal 2, para po dun sa uuwi sa probinsya. And then yung pangalawa naman po, pupunta sa text. So doon po kami na mga kumbaga sa buses lang naman po kami sa Calabar zone, hindi naman po kami sa ibang farther provinces. So pin-provide po yun ng OWA. So they can provide that also for you. Just simply have to ask them. Ako po, tumatawag talaga ako sa OWA. Kasi marami akong mga tanong. Tapos sinasabi ko sa kanila, I wanna go home early. Ano po yung earliest bus na pwede kong sakyan? So sabi nila mga 5:30, baba ka na, 6 a.m. yung earliest bus. So ang aga-aga ko po na bumaba, tapos ang aga-aga din po nung iba na bumaba. So ang dami namin sa baba. But still, di ba po, mas maganda na pong maaga kesa sa huli ka. So yan po. So once you are actually, for those who will be going to PTEX or Parañaque Integrated Terminal po, exchange, so meron po dyang OWA na area. So papapuntahin po nila muna kayo dyan bago kayo pumunta pa dun sa iba pang mga buses papunta po sa ibang provinces ng Calabar zone. So papipiliin lang po nila, papipilahin kayo nila per region para po lang malag yung pangalan ninyo. Like me, nagpasundo na po ako, hindi na po ako sumakay ng bus papunta sa area namin kasi I prefer po na, marami po kasi akong mga dala, kaya I prefer na may sarili akong sasakyan, pero I still have to log and at the same time let them know na sinundo po ako ng private, kumbaga vehicle po. So yan mga kabayan at kaibigan, so makakapiling nyo na po ang inyong mga kamag-anak at inyong pamilya once you actually go home. At please take note, you still have to complete the rest of your quarantine. For fully vaccinated individuals, you have to complete at least 10 days po ng inyong quarantine, counting day 1 po, yung day of arrival ninyo. And at the same time, for those who are actually, kumbaga po, not fully vaccinated, partially vaccinated, you have to complete po 14 days quarantine. So once again, mga OFWs, just a reminder, huwag kayong mag-alala. Meron po ilan sa inyo nagsabi, Jamey, paano yun? Ang binuklang sa akin ng, for example, ng leader ko o ng employer ko hanggang ganito lang na probinsya. For example, Manila talaga sila, pero Cebu. Doon siya binuk kasi yun yung pinakamura na ticket. So anong gagawin ko? So katulad po ng sinabi ko sa inyo, meron pong OWA, uwian na, or hatid probinsya. So just check with the OWA representative in the hotel and they can definitely assist you and give you the schedule. And that actually completes po ang ating travel guidelines po para sa inyo na mga uwi from green countries. So looking forward na nakatulong po itong video sa inyo. At this point in time, wala po tayong other further updates from IATF, but looking forward po, just in case meron pong bago, yan po ay definitely ihahatid ko sa inyo. So with that mga kabayan at kaibigan, if nais nyo pong malaman ano po yung gagawin niyo sa 1/2 pass, sa dashlab.ai. Again, I do have my tutorials for that. So please watch it so that you can definitely know what you need to do step by step. At kung sakasakali po, you have further questions, please don't hesitate. Write it down on the chat box so that we can answer. so that I could answer yung questions po ninyo. So with that everyone, ito po si Jamey Iris na nagsasabi na kung kayo po, you find this video informative at helpful, please click like, and at the same time, I'm inviting you to please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you'll get updated kapag may bago po tayong mga videos at ganun din po kung may bagong tutorials. So again, sa lahat ng mga pauwi nating mga kabayan at kaibigan, have a pleasant flight everyone. Ingat po kayo sa pag-uwi at ganun din po sa mga hindi po makakauwi sa Pilipinas. I just simply want to say again, it's few more days before Christmas. Wherever we are right now, looking forward po that you're safe and at the same time makapiling niyo po kahit online ang inyong mga pamilya at doon sa makakauwi naman po, looking forward na masaya po kayo makakapagsama ng inyong mga pamilya dito po sa Pilipinas. So with that everyone, this is Jamey Iris saying God bless you and stay safe everyone.